Hey YouTube, it's been a while since I did a video, but I thought this was somewhat important to bring up for any of the Cub Cadet owners that have the LTX series mowers. Noticed that my deck was making some noise, unusual, more of a whining noise. So when I pulled the deck off and check the bearings and the spindles and the bearings. The top bearing and my spindle was wobbling a little bit. The bottom bearings seemed to be okay, but they were growling. So, not really thinking at the time, wanted to get my mower going. I went down to Agri Supply and picked up these Oregon spindles, and there's the part number. And they were like 38 bucks. And I've got some of the idler pulleys that look very similar to that. They're just painted gray. And all that together with two spindles and the idler pulleys, it was like 130 bucks. Oh, I got two blades too. They were 10 bucks a piece. I think those were like $14 a piece from Agri Supply. And installed it on my mower. Everything's great. Then I happened to go back and look at my paperwork, and I thought I bought the mower in March, but I bought it in April. So what I did is I took the old spindles down to the dealer and said, hey man, could you I had trouble with them, would y'all stand behind it and replace the spindles? And he said, yeah, no problem. If you bring it to us, we'll go ahead and give you the parts. So that's what I did. And I noticed when I went down there that the new spindle has got a little dust shield on it. And because that's where the dirt and crap would seem to build up on top. And I never used a deck wash. That's one of the questions they asked me. And obviously they've been having an issue with these dirt or dust getting in the top bearing, because that's the bearings that were going out on it. And the dust shield looks like this. It comes with it comes with this little dust shield for the idler pulley. Fits on top right there. And those were growling too. They were getting ready to go out. And so I see where they made some improvements. You still can't grease them, but we'll see how these Oregon ones hold up. It says made in China. I couldn't find anything on the box for the spindles for the MTD. That's that part number, but it doesn't say where they're made or anything. But we'll see how the Oregon holds out. I mean, I've got 98 hours on the mower now, and it's been pretty good. My son's been using it, and man, he's been giving it a hard time. He kind of hit something in the yard with it and bent the deck a little bit, and I straightened it out. But he really puts it through its paces on cutting the neighbor's yard, trying to make a little extra money. And it seems to cost me money, but I mean, at least he's trying. But anyway, I just thought I'd let y'all know that if you ought to pull your deck off and just check your spindle bearings out, and check your paperwork, make sure you're still under warranty. But the bolts on here are self-tapping. I would recommend when you change them, you got to retap these holes. It's a self-tapping bolts on the bottom. I'd get like a 3/8 battery drill or something and just start a few of them. Don't just go cramming them in there, because you got to get them straight and start some threads going in there before you put them on, and then finish them off so you don't strip the threads out. But I thought that was interesting. They had put a dust shield on there, so they know there must be an issue there. And still no grease fittings. I was going to take my old ones and drill them out, put a grease fitting in and replace the bearings, but I wanted to get the mower going, so I just went down to Agri Supply and got the Oregon brand. And they usually make good stuff. Well, we'll see how long they hold up. Maybe another 100 hours, I don't know. Maybe longer. But anyway, I hope this helps you out. You know, just saying that you buy from a dealer. I mean, mine stood behind me and no fuss, no muss. He just gave me the parts, and it's really not that hard to do. To put them, you know, put the spindles on your deck and the idler pulleys, the idler pulleys. But all right, but the mower's doing good. Since I redid my garage, it just kind of sits outside. I'm lucky I bought a cover, and like I said, that's where my son hit the edge of it. I kind of straightened that out. He caught a stump over in the neighbor's yard. And I got another air filter. And this one I got this time, I'll pull this off. And that's one thing that, I guess me open and close it finally snapped, but that one's got a pre-cleaner on it. Same filter I did a video on, but it's the one with the pre-cleaner. And I like that a whole lot better. And I just changed the oil in it. I went down to Napa and got a Wix filter, when I was Napa Gold filters for that. That was only like $3.50. And I'm still using the synthetic blend 10W30, but the engine's been solid. No problems, runs great. You see, it's a lot dirty. I need to wash it. But when I'm not using it, my son is. So. But anyway, I hope everything with your mowers are going fine. If you got any comments, just post them. And any knowledge or problems, any other problems, really, I haven't, except short of the blade spindles. And this, hadn't really been any issues with the mower. It's been good, solid. And I'm thinking about, once the warranty runs out, is to take that hydrostat off and flip it over and drain the oil out of it and put some of that 5W50 synthetic. But you can go to, I think it's Turf Torque, and that's what they recommend doing. But I'm pretty level here where I'm at, and I hadn't had any issues with the hydrostat. But anyway, YouTubers, y'all take it easy.